Welcome to the WCG for another blockbuster. It's match 4 of the 2020 Australia Day T20 Big Bash, which sees last year's Grand Finalists Young Money Cash Money taking on the 2017 champions Nice Gary to get us underway in Group D. Young Money Cash Money are amongst the favourites once again and will be looking to go one better this time around after agonisingly falling 4 runs short in last year's decider. So as we take a look at Group D, which has been dubbed the Group of Death for this year's tournament, the Men in Black headline Group D after their impressive showing in last year's competition on debut. And they are joined in Group D by the 2017 champions Nice Gary, who had an awful tournament last time out, bundled out at the group stage. A rejuvenated Blues outfit have made plenty of changes from last year's debacle and are expected to produce a much stronger showing in this year's tournament. And rounding out Group D, it's the men in pink, the Nif Nuffs, who will be skippered by former Rugby League international turned Rugby League referee Henry Perinara, and they are expected to give the two heavyweights a run for their money. So as we take a look at Young Money Cash Money and Nice Gary's side for today's tournament, the Men in Black will once again be skippered by Rabi Obasha, who led Young Money Cash Money on debut to last year's tournament decider, and will be looking to do that once again, this time go one better. Nice Gary are once again led by George Paneros, who makes his 5th appearance at an Australia Day T20 Big Bash, a foundation member with the Men in Blue, and of course lifted the trophy in 2017 in Nice Gary's debut tournament. Ryan Schaefer once again lines up for the Men in Black, has had a fantastic season so far at the WCG, was named WCG Australia's most valuable player during the Trans-Tasman series, and most recently nearly got Rabi's 11 home in that test match with a blistering 90. So he comes into the tournament a man in form. Josh Bolling lines up for Nice Gary for his second stint with the Blues. Was a member of Nice Gary's 2018 campaign, where they made it to back-to-back Grand Finals, but fell at the final hurdle. He has rejoined the Blues in order to get them back to the summit of backyard cricket. And rounding out the sides, it's Daniel Arnold, who features for the Men in Black once again, had a fantastic tournament in last year's edition on debut, and will be looking to back up his performance in this year's edition. And completing Nice Gary's lineup, it's a full WCG debut to the highly rated Harry Dean. Young Money Cash Money have won the toss and they have elected to bat first. So it will be Daniel Arnold who will get this innings underway for Young Money Cash Money. As mentioned previously, had a fantastic tournament in last year's edition, particularly with the bat. We'll be looking to get the Men in Black off to another great start. So we're ready for the first ball of a massive match 4. It'll be George Paneros bowling around the wicket to Daniel Arnold. In there, and he starts with a full delivery, but this one's a wide delivery to begin with. And Young Money Cash Money are off and racing for the tournament. So it's a nervous start to the tournament for the Blues skipper, who has plenty to prove after last year's nightmare tournament. As he'll continue around the wicket now to Daniel Arnold, and this one's a good leg delivery, and Arnold hits it over the fence. So it's a wicket second ball for the Blues. And it's the massive wicket of Daniel Arnold who goes without scoring. Young Money Cash Money in trouble in the opening over, 1 for 1. So a horror start to the tournament for last year's Grand Finalists, as that now brings Ryan Schaefer to the crease at number 2. He is a man in form coming off that blistering 90 in the test match. Will need to stand up again. So it'll be George Paneros to bowl around the wicket to Ryan Schaefer for his first delivery. As in now, and this one's a good leg delivery, and it's gone over the fence. Is there an edge there? There's a massive appeal from the Blues, but the umpire says not out. A close call here for Schaefer. Let's have a look. Here, looks like it's just off the leg. Looks a good decision. So a dramatic start to this heavyweight clash, as Paneros will continue again now to Schaefer, and this one's another ordinary delivery, wide outside the off stump, and it's another extra added to the Young Money Cash Money total. So Young Money Cash Money 1 for 2 in the opening over. Paneros is in for the final ball of the over. It's in now, and it's a good length delivery, but it's another wide one. So it's a mixed bag to start with. It'll be Josh Bolling to bowl around the wicket for the second over of the innings. It's in now to Schaefer, and he begins with a good length delivery, but it slides down the leg side and will be given a wide. The Nice Gary have got to be careful that they don't give away a 5-run penalty here, as Bolling will continue to Schaefer in the second over. And this time he gives this one some flight, and Schaefer hammers his back down the ground to get off the mark in style. First runs off the bat for the Men in Black in the tournament. 1 for 8 in the second. Bolling to continue to Schaefer in the second over. As He's in now, and this one's a back of a length delivery. Schaefer goes for the pull and only gets a bottom edge onto his body and will move through for a single. So he'd be disappointed, Schaefer, that he wasn't able to get that away to the boundary. But he is steadying the ship for last year's Grand Finalists. 1 for 9 in the second over. As bowling will continue around the wicket to Schaefer. It's a full delivery and it's driven down the ground, but he hits it straight at bowling, who makes a good stop. So a couple of opportunities missed there from Schaefer, as bowling will come in for the final ball of the over. As in now, it's another flight of delivery. It's another full delivery driven, but he can only pick out Harry Dean at mid-wicket to end the over. So the Blues will be the happier of the two sides as we reach the halfway mark of the innings. Young Money, Cash Money, 1 for 9 after 2 overs. And Ryan Schaefer, the man in form, is the key for the men in black. They'll be looking for a couple of good overs here to get them up towards that 30 mark. And with their bowling arsenal at their disposal, they'll be backing themselves to defend it. So it will be the debutant Harry Dean to bowl his first over at the WCG. As he's in now around the wicket, and it's a full one to begin with. And there's a big appeal here from the Blues, and he's been given. Schaefer has got an inside edge through to the keeper. And Dean picks up the massive wicket of Schaefer with his first delivery. Yeah, that's a healthy inside edge. The next question is, has it carried? It has comfortably. A massive wicket for the Blues. Young Money, Cash Money in trouble in the third over, as their skipper Rabiel Basher walks to the crease, the last man in for the men in black. 2 for 9 with 9 deliveries left in the innings, and they need a captain's knock. Can the Blues wrap this up? As Harry Dean will bowl around the wicket to a Basher for his first delivery, and it's a full delivery outside the off stump, and it's let go here by the umpire. So it's a priceless dot there for the men in blue. Last year's Grand Finalists in serious trouble here in their opening match, as Dean continues to a Basher, and this one's a good length delivery, but Basher's able to slap this back past Dean for his first boundary. It's a much needed one from the men in black. 2 for 13. So Dean in for the final ball of his over. It's in now to a Basher, and it's another full delivery outside the off stump, and it's a swing and a miss from the Young Money, Cash Money skipper to end the over. So the final over of the innings, it'll be skipper v skipper, as Pineros will bowl to a Basher, and he begins with a full wide delivery down the leg side, so that one will have to be re-bowled. Young Money, Cash Money, 2 for 14 in the final over, so they need a reasonably big one here if they're going to get up to a defendable total. So Pineros will continue to El Basher, this time over the wicket. He's in now, and this one strikes El Basher on the body. He's going to get set off for a run, and he stops midway down the pitch and is run out to end the innings. It's an absolute brain snap to end with here from the Young Money, Cash Money skipper. They are now forced to do the R. Kelly and hope 14 is enough. So a nightmare effort with the bat to begin the tournament for last year's Grand Finalists has seen them bowled out for 14 in the final over. And it's going to take a massive effort with the ball if they're going to get out of jail in this one. An upset looming to get us underway in Group D, as it's 15 to get for the men in blue. So it'll be George Pineros, the nice Gary skipper, to get this run chase underway for the men in blue. Just 15 to get their tournament off to a winning start, and perhaps he's got a bonus point in mind. So it's 15 to get for nice Gary. It'll be Ryan Schaefer, the bowler, first over of this run chase. It's in there, and it's a full delivery outside the off stump, and it's a massive swing and a miss there from the blue skipper. So judging by that evidence, he is clearly thinking of a bonus point. Here is Schaefer, will continue to him again in the opening over. This one's a full toss as he gets away on the offside, onto the fence, and will move through for a single to get his side off and racing in this run chase. Schaefer to continue to Pineros in the opening over. As in now, this one's another good length delivery, and it's another big swing and a miss here from the blue skipper, and it's another dot for the men in black. The dot balls won't be enough here for Young Money, Cash Money, you feel. They need wickets and need them fast. As Schaefer will continue to Pineros again in the opening over, and this one's a short delivery which goes over Pineros' back, and he's asking for a wide. Oh, and he's getting given one there from the umpire, and Young Money, Cash Money are not happy with that decision. Yeah, this one appeared to go over Pineros' back. Yeah, and it has. That's a tough call for Young Money, Cash Money. So no wicket for 2 as we arrive at the final ball of the opening over. It's Schaefer into Pineros, and it's a full delivery, and it beats the blue skipper once again and must have narrowly missed the leg stump. So it's a pretty decent over to begin with for Schaefer. No wicket for 2 after 1. Wickets needed for last year's Grand Finalists, as Rabiel Basher bowled the second over of the innings, and he begins with a short wide delivery, and that's another one added to the Blues total. So not the start the skipper was looking for there with the ball. Nice Gary, no wicket for 3 into the second over, as El Basher will continue to Paneros over the wicket. He's in now, and this one's a good length delivery, and it's another big swing and a miss here from the Blues skipper, who gets himself in an awful position to play that delivery. Here perhaps Paneros just trying to force the issue, as El Basher will continue to him now over the wicket. This one's a back of a length delivery, and this time Paneros gets a hold of one as he hammers this down the ground for a maximum. The Blues now just another clean hit away from a bonus point victory. El Basher to continue to Paneros in the second over. As in now, this one's a full delivery, but it's a wide delivery, and it has been called a wide. So the wheels are falling off here for last year's Grand Finalists, who are staring down the barrel here in match 4. So Nice Gary, no wicket for 10 as we arrive at the final ball of the second over. A maximum here will get them a bonus point, as El Basher is in for the final ball of the over, and it's a short delivery, and it's hit it to the ground, and it logs over Rabi El Basher's head. So it's not a maximum, but scores are now level, as Paneros ends the over with a boundary. So scores are level as Daniel Lerner will bowl the third over of the innings, as he's in now to Paneros. Paneros is forward and defence, and he's going to scramble through for a single, and there it is. Nice Gary have knocked off last year's Grand Finalists to get us underway in Group D, and they haven't just beaten last year's Grand Finalists, they have hammered them. So Nice Gary put last year's Nightmare tournament well behind them, as they get this year's tournament off to a winning start, hammering Young Money Cash Money by 3 wickets to get the Group of Death underway with an upset. It now means that last year's Grand Finalists will need to knock off the Nif Nuffs in their next fixture, otherwise they'll bow out at the group stage. So as we look ahead to our next match of the tournament, we go back to where it all started in Group A. Match 5 sees 2 inches short of a length, taking on tournament debutants, the Puffin Billies.